In today's practice session, we will be translating Korean sentences into English. And in this session, we will be practicing these grammar elements. The first element is ayo oyo, which is present tense ending. Then we have asoyo osoyo ending, then ilkoyo ending, which is future. And then asoyo osoyo is past. Then we have some connectors, go, jiban, hago, and then we will have a lot of time related expressions. Okay, so I will the sentences will be displayed and then I will pause. In this video we will not be using any timer, so I'll be just like taking a pause for a brief moment, a few seconds, and maybe you can pause the video if you need more time, and then I will just give you the correct sentence and I will explain it. Okay, so let's start. So the first sentence is this. 지난달에 제가 부산에 갔어요. Can you translate it? The correct translation will be I went to Busan last month. So this word 지난 means last when you are talking about time. Generally, we use it with 지난 주. 주 is week, or 지난달 means last month, or 지난 주말 can also be used, last weekend. Generally, we don't use with it with year. For year, we will just say 작년. 작년 means last year. Okay, we will not say 지난년. So 지난달에 제가 부산에 갔어요. Simple, right? I went to Busan last month. Let's move on to the next sentence. 주말에 뭐 했어요? Can you translate? It's easy, right? Then the correct translation in English would be what did you do during weekend? In weekend. 주말 is weekend. 주말에 뭐 했어요? 뭘 했어요? Let's see the next sentence. 다음 주에 우리는 미국에 갈 거예요. 다음 주에 우리는 미국에 갈 거예요. Are you done? The correct English translation would be next week we will go to USA. 다음 is next. What was last? 지난. So 지난 and 다음. These are used a lot, very frequently. So 다음 주 is next week. 지난주 would be last week. So 다음 주에 우리는 미국에 갈 거예요. 을 거예요 we have used here, which is future tense. Will, shall. So 우리는, we will go to USA next week. Let's see the next sentence. 우리 아버지는 은행에서 일을 하십니다. It's easy, right? 우리 아버지. Generally in Korea, when you are talking about family members, especially parents or even husband, you use the word 우리 instead of 제 or 내. My. Instead of my, you say our. So 우리 아버지. It doesn't mean that like it's our father. It can be like just one guy talking about his father or one girl talking about her father. So my father 은행에서 일을 하십니다. The word here is 하다, so it can be 합니다, but just to use a more honorific, to be more polite, here we have added she suffix. So my father works at a bank. That is the correct translation, right? Let's see the next one. 요즘 한국에는 날씨가 아주 더워요. 요즘 한국에는 날씨가 아주 더워요. Okay, let's see the correct translation. 요즘, these days, right? These days, 한국에는, in Korea, 날씨가 아주 더워요. 날씨 is weather and 아주 더워요, very hot. The weather is very hot in Korea these days. Let's see the next one. 이번 주말에 시간이 있어요? This one is easy, right? 시간이 있어요. 있어요 is used for do you have? So do you have time? 시간 is time. So do you have time? 이번 주말에, this weekend. So we already talked about last weekend or last week and next week. So this is how we use. We say this week or this weekend. So 이번. So 이번 can also be used with 이번 주 means this week. 이번 주말 this weekend, or 이번 달, which means this month. But what about this year? If you want to say this year, oh, that's totally different. You say 올해. 올해 is this year. Last year is 작년에. 작년에. And next year is 내년에. 내년 is next year. 작년 is last year. 올해 is this year. So do you have time this weekend? Let's see the next sentence. 저는 차를 좋아하지만 커피를 안 좋아해요. 저는 차를 좋아하지만 커피를 안 좋아해요. Okay, so let's see the English version of this sentence. I like tea, but I don't like coffee. 차 is tea. It can also mean a car or tea. The word for both is 차. 차를 좋아하다. 좋아하다 is to like. 좋아하지만, which is but, 커피를 안 좋아해요. I don't like coffee. You can also use the word 싫어해요. 싫어하다. But 싫어하다 is like I dislike. This is just like I don't like. So there is a difference between don't like and dislike, right? So 싫어해요 will be a little more strong. Let's see the next sentence. 마이크는 한국어를 아주 잘해요. Let's see the English sentence. Mike speaks Korean really well. 잘하다. 잘하다 is to do something really well. So if you do anything really well, 잘해요. Okay? So 마이크는 뭘 잘해요? 한국어를 잘해요. 그리고 아주 잘해요. Really well. 아주 is very, many, really. So for example, if someone sings really well, then how will you say that? Someone, let's say Mike. 마이크는 노래를, 노래 is song. So 노래를 잘해요. Someone cooks really well. Cooking is 요리. 요리를 잘해요. And how can you say that someone does not do something well? Not good at something? Like if you want to say that my Korean is not that good. How can you say that? 저는 한국어를 잘 못해요. 잘 못해요. 저는 한국어를 잘 못해요. 저는 요리를 잘 못해요. 춤을 잘 못 춰요. Anything you can't do, 못 is the word for you cannot do something. Let's see the next sentence. 저는 밤 12시에 자고 아침 8시에 일어나요. Let's see the English sentence. I sleep at 12 and wake up at 8 in the morning. So 저는 밤 12시 means like 밤 is night. In the English one, we haven't used night because you don't need to say. But if you want, you can say at 12 in the night. I sleep at 12 in the night. 자고. So we have used go for and. 아침 is morning. 8시에 일어나요. 일어나다 is to wake up. Simple, right? Let's see the next one. 여기 이름하고 전화번호 쓰세요. Okay, this is something that you will be asked a lot when you go to a bank to open an account, or when you are filling up any forms or something. Yogi, then let's see the sentence first. Write your name and phone number here. So here is Yogi. Iram, you already know Iram is name. Hago is and. Chona Chonwa is phone and pono is number. So chona pono will be phone number. Suseo, sida, to write. Yogi irum hago chona pono suseo. Write your name and phone number here. So that's it for today's practice session. I hope you found it helpful. 감사합니다.